Everything starts off with questions. When you are young, you often question your parents or someone older than you with what, how, when, why. And in reality, older people will literally have you fucked off and carry on with their day. So, in the end, you are left alone with yourself with no answers and yet so many questions. Good thing is that now we have internet and have many ways to research stuff we want to know, which is good but also complicated. Philosophy is very complicated and it takes time to understand the concept of it because the point of it is to know the absolute truth behind everything. So far, we have so many theories that just clash with each other that in the end, we're left with unanswered questions. And now that you're on the internet searching on something, but everything seems so difficult to grasp on, you decide to just lie on your bed and just watch some funny videos on YouTube. Hold on, before you do, try to bear with me. Everyone starts from the base and then carry on with the next part of philosophy and generally any subject that needs to be learned. There are a lot of channels on YouTube that touch upon this, so what is the point of my channel? Well, I'd like to say that I'll try to explain certain stuff around philosophy with some jokes to lighten up the whole thing. Learning new subjects can be very difficult, and oftentimes people don't finish understanding the whole thing. It gets tiring because there are so many information you really don't know where to start. I think that some of us learn better with more pictures, more explanation, and more jokes. Not everyone has the same type of memorizing, but if it's shown in the beginning that it is fun to learn, then it will get easier to finish it. Also, it's just basically me trying to rant or just bash my head against certain topics because most of my time I do ponder about a lot of stuff, so why not use it? Back to the topic. Philosophy was originated from Greece and its name separates by Philo and Sophia. Philo means love, pursuance, friend, while Sophia means wisdom or truth. So this translates to loving or pursuing to wisdom. At that time, they used this so they could learn and study on anything. That's why so many subjects did start from philosophy. Then, after time, when scholars noticed how other subjects mattered, they divided in different fields. With that left, philosophy came to be a way of thinking about questions. Later on, they also divided into separate categories as metaphysics, epistemology, and value of theory, and also once more separates to ethics and aesthetics, but I will be talking about that more in detail in another video. Philosophy begins with persons' conscious concern for its own living. They question their own reality, they have to think about thinking, and the list goes on. Task of philosophy is to add questions. So, when you do have some conclusion, you question about it again, and that makes philosophy. It's a never-ending cycle of questions, and even if you have conclusion, you still question about it again. To achieve in philosophy, you have to have curiosity. It's also important to have wonderment on things that's obvious. Why? Well, people are always in wonder to a lot of unexplainable things, such as aliens. I really am obsessed with them. Paranormal activities, and so on. Basically, what it says you to do is question everything. Question on something that is just normal and just there is also needed. Because when we do, suddenly the most normal thing turns into what the hell is this? What is normal is general and therefore important. Because it is important, philosophers do put pressure on that part as well. Then you add doubt. Doubt prejudice, something we accepted beforehand without giving any critical reconsideration. What Hegel said is, what is known is not therefore known. We question what we know so we could get to truthful knowledge. People ask very tough questions because in reality, people do feel weird being on Earth. Because, hey, you are born, do shit, and don't die. So, how could people not question stuff in fear or just in general? We just want to know. And this is why philosophy is important. It helps us ease our fear of the unknown and answer somewhat to some questions. And in the end, philosophy springs from the very essence of the human being. While we exist, philosophy will live. We can't run away from it because it helps us upgrade other subjects in the matter of life. Example, if we didn't question about space, aliens, and stars or whatever, we wouldn't be here right now having space shuttle, rockets, NASA, and etc. Philosophy also helps with creating a critical mindset and giving a good guidance to how to think, the correct way to think, rationalize, debate, and so on. The thing in philosophy that everyone sees in the beginning is that on each question made, there are a lot of different answers. Those answers show the base of how people were thinking back then to onward. It helps us learn quicker when we can see the full picture of how it started to how it went. Now that I kind of explained this part of this philosophy, I might add another bit. I really hated studying logic before philosophy because it felt useless to me. But now that I'm older and in college, I can see why logic was beforehand learned than philosophy. Logic is used like a tool or a guidance in philosophy. It gives clear answers, reasoning, and it helps build strong and good arguments. And when I say good arguments, I mean as in it is not flawed, so it doesn't lead to invalid and pointless end loops of arguments. So I used to hate to debate and enter or give arguments, but later on I realized how much this is actually important for everything and not just philosophy. I'll give you my thoughts, and it's okay if you don't agree because that's not the point of philosophy. You enter this field so you can form your own reality or truth and what is correct for you. That being said, I hope you will list down in the comment section what you think about and further on talk about certain topics. I will try my best to explain some subjects I'll touch upon because I am following lectures by my school that posted in like 1,000 years ago and what is posted on the internet. It's needed to explain those things before forming a new topic to be resolved. I'll add just random videos of me thinking about stupid things, so not the whole YouTube feed is filled with brain juice. I'm just a mixture of explaining lectures about philosophy and also posting something bullshit. With that said and done, I hope you enjoyed my video and will stay tuned for other ones. Like, dislike, share your thoughts, and that's it for now. Bye, people. Bloopers! So many bloopers! Hello. Nah. Fuck. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Is this okay? Yes. Okay. So, sorry. Intro to philosophy. Everything starts off with questions. When you're young, you often question your parents or someone older with. I hate myself. Good thing. At that time, they used to. That's why so many subjects did that from. Fuck. Then, after time. But I will be talking about that more in detail. But I will be. But I will be talking about the more. What? It's. What is normal in is doubt. Yep. Prejudice. Okay. Doubt. Prejudice. What Hegel said. Example: if we didn't question about space, aliens, stars, NASA. What? Question NASA 2020? Okay. The thing in philosophy that everyone sees in the beginning is that it's needed to explain. It's needed to explain the I'm just a mixture. I can't say mixture. I'm just a mixture of explaining lecture. What is wrong with me? I'm just a mixture of explaining lectures about philosophy and also posting something bullshit with again. It gets tiring. People fuck. I think that some of us learn better with some not everyone has the same type of memorizing, but if it's shown, fuck. That's why so many subjects did start from you question about it again and make it fuck. Fuck. So when you do have so when you do have basically it says you to do fuck. Nah. It is important philosophy. Fuck. Спочатку. Doubt prejudice.
Excuse me, what?
Beforehand without giving any critical reason early. Because, for example, if we didn't no. Šta daje? Fuck. Reasoning. Right? Okay. Fuck. Because it needs to explain.
I'm gonna kill myself!
It needs to be explained. Oh, brate, šta je ovo? What the fuck? What did I type? This needed to... Ah, okay. I made it typical grammar fucking... Okay.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
I'm just a mixture... Mixture? I'm just a mix... I hate my accent.